Once, in the thick forest of West Africa, there lived a skilled hunter named Obinna. He was known far and wide for his courage, sharp instincts, and deep respect for the forest and its creatures. Obinna came from a long line of hunters, and he was taught from a young age that hunting was not just about skill, but also about understanding the balance between man and nature. In Obinna's village, elephants were revered. They were seen as symbols of strength and wisdom, but they could also be destructive, especially when they wandered into farmlands. One season, a particularly large and stubborn elephant began terrorizing the village farms. The villagers tried everything to drive it away, but the elephant was relentless, trampling crops and frightening anyone who came near. The village elders called a meeting and decided that something had to be done before the harvest was completely ruined. They turned to Obinna and asked if he could help. Although he had hunted many dangerous animals before, hunting an elephant was different. Elephants were not only massive, but they also possessed a deep intelligence and a memory that could span years. Obinna knew this task would require more than just strength and weapons, it would require wisdom and respect. After much thought, Obinna agreed. But instead of setting out with his spear and bow like the villagers expected, he spent days observing the elephant from a distance. He watched how it moved, where it rested, and what made it agitated. He noticed that the elephant seemed particularly drawn to one specific part of the farmland near a grove of fruit trees. One evening, Obinna approached the elders and shared his plan. "This elephant is not just being destructive out of malice," he said. "It is seeking something, perhaps food or even a connection to its lost herd. We must approach this situation not as a battle, but as a negotiation." The elders were puzzled, but they trusted Obinna's judgment. Obinna gathered a group of men and women and led them to the grove with offerings, baskets of the elephant's favorite fruits, leaves, and water. They placed the offerings at the edge of the farmland and retreated, leaving Obinna alone to face the beast. As night fell, the elephant emerged from the forest, drawn by the scent of the fruits. It moved cautiously toward the offering, its large ears flapping gently as it assessed the situation. Obinna stood still, his heart pounding, but his face calm. He raised his hand in a gesture of peace and began to hum a soft melody, a song his father had taught him, believed to soothe restless spirits. The elephant paused, watching him intently. After what felt like an eternity, it lowered its head and began to eat. Obinna slowly backed away, giving the elephant space to enjoy its meal. Over the next few days, Obinna repeated this process. Each time, the elephant grew less aggressive, and eventually, it stopped entering the farmlands altogether. The villagers were amazed. They had expected a fierce battle, but instead, Obinna had found a way to coexist with the elephant, respecting its needs while protecting their crops. The elders praised Obinna for his wisdom and declared that the elephant would now be seen as a guardian of the grove, as long as it remained at peace with the village. Obinna's story spread across neighboring villages, not as a tale of a hunter who defeated a great beast, but as a lesson in harmony and understanding. He became known not just for his hunting prowess, but for his deep respect for the natural world, a legacy that would be passed down through generations. In time, the elephant was seen roaming the forest freely, never again troubling the village. And so, Obinna's tale became a part of the village's lore, a reminder that true strength lies not in domination, but in wisdom and balance.